We ready?
You ready?
You don't mind a bunch of Arkansas boys eating bread and olives and digging stuff out of their mouth.
Hi man, how you doing? I'd just like to know how did you met all together? Have you got a special story about that?
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Well, I moved into his bedroom.
When him and his bedroom one time too.
Yeah, when him and his ex-wife moved out, I moved in after I got a divorce, and basically broke up their band.
We were in a band before.
They were in another band.
Me, him, and Robbie.
We were in a band before that, and we played, toured around, did things. I actually met you at a pisser.
Yeah,
We were taking a piss.
We were standing beside each other taking a piss at a show, and Red looks over and goes, "Hey man, you sounded pretty good. You want to come hang out tomorrow night?" And I was like, "Cool." About 2 weeks later, I moved in with them, and we started writing music, and
then the
pretty
band
much
broke up, and now here we are.
broke their other band up, and we started playing music.
So somewhere there's somebody really pissed at us.
Yeah.
We won't mention any names.
They might see this.
For more than one reason.
There you go, sir. That's good.
And who's writing the music and the words in the band?
I write
He gets his words off the bathroom wall.
I write all the words. First album, I wrote a lot of the music, but this album was a lot different. I had a lot of stuff I'd written over the course of a year or so, and we just kind of would go to practice, start jamming, and if it felt like what I'd written went with what they were playing, we'd, take it from there. A lot of stuff we just kind of happened right there at practice, in the moment. So
Look into the camera,
it's everybody doing it.
Into the
Sorry,
camera.
man. Sorry, dude. He's asking the questions, Red.
Yeah, but he's the boss.
He's the boss. Sorry, boss.
This is all going to be translated. We are very non-professional when it comes to
Yeah, when it
speaking.
comes to interviews, man,
I'm not.
edit.
And what bands are you into? Well, what are you listening to when you're home or?
Britney Spears.
No,
I like ABBA a lot.
I mean, it's obvious.
All naked?
I grew up on the Allman Brothers. So, anything Allman Brothers, Black Crowes, Skinner,
Zeppelin, of
Led
course.
Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin,
The Beatles,
Guns N'
Stones.
Roses, old Guns N' Roses,
Beatles, Stones, The Who.
Good
We
music,
seen The Who.
you know.
Remember that? Me and you went and watched The Who. It was
I
good.
did go see the Who.
It was really good.
Rod Stewart, Faces, I love them. Any of that type of stuff, I mean.
You got the song P.O. Box and the postcard is a bit like Blackberry Smoke. Do you know that band? Or do you
We
like
actually
them,
just
or-
done a show with Blackberry
Yeah?
Smoke,
A month
was
ago,
that
2 months.
February?
Was it that?
It's been a while
Few
back.
months.
Yeah, we played in Little Rock, Arkansas with Blackberry Smoke.
They're
And
good dudes, man.
They're cool, man. They're great. They're a great band. Actually, I think you bought their CD that night because you liked them so much, didn't you?
I tried to buy it. He gave it to me, but yeah, I got it.
But yeah, super cool. I like them.
Fuzzbone has got guitars very Rossington-like.
Yeah.
So is it an homage or just?
It's all you,
You're saying Gary
it's all you,
Rossington,
buddy.
right?
Yeah.
It's
You're
all
not the
you.
first person that said that, and that's completely accidental.
Yeah.
Because I think when you look at your influences, you're not specifically saying I'm going to play this like this
Yeah,
guy.
sure.
It's just like you play something, and either you or somebody else says, "Well, that sounds like."
I never
Elvis.
put that together, but that does sound like fucking Gary Rossington.
Well, Shannon tells me that all the time. I mean,
Cool.
you play Gary Rossington.
Good question.
I
'cause
didn't
that
know
was
that.
good.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh, good question. Sorry.
it's the same thing. I mean, same way with vocals. I don't try
You
to be
sound like
Greg
Bob.
Almond or
You sound like Bob Seger.
Chris Robinson, but I guess when you grow up listening to certain types of music, I really didn't know how to. When I first met these guys, I wasn't really a front man or a singer or anything. I was just, and they were always constantly pushing me to try something new with my vocals. Hey, you need to do this. You need to not be scared to try this and try that. So, that's what we've got now, which has worked. So.
What? When you're back home, do you play in big places or small bars or both? Or
Both, but we do a
pretty
lot.
hard for us to imagine a band, an American band, where he's playing.
I mean, we do a lot of both, but we really play a lot of places that's just like what we're doing tonight.
Yeah, small pubs or.
Well,
we
they're
do
bigger,
that.
but it's the same.
Well,
It's the same. It's
everything's smaller in Europe. You know what I mean? But the clubs are. 120, 150 people
Except for
it's a
this.
normal crowd.
All right.
So. It's basically the same, 150 people and stuff. So, sorry, looking at the camera. But we play big stuff. Like Blackberry Smoke, because it was a pretty big joint. I mean, it was.
I was a big joint, but yeah. As far as catching our break and being on a major tour opening for somebody right now, we haven't caught that yet.
So
But,
we just do our own shit.
We're looking for it, but we don't have anybody to answer to either. I mean, we don't have to give anybody any bit of anything that comes in.
I think that's what's really cool about this band is it's completely 100%. We make the rules. You know what I mean? Like this is our tour. We do what we want. So, you know what I mean? And I think that's cool. I don't have to pay anybody. I don't have to answer anybody. You know what I mean? So it works.
As far as sponsorship goes, there's not any like heavy duty sponsors that are getting onto you for playing other instruments or.
No, you just got a Bogner endorsement.
Yeah.
And Robbie got a. And Robbie got a what?
Reason
Amps endorsement. You know.
Maybe I should plug that.
And we've had talks with Gibson on endorsements, but you know.
But it's your job. You're musicians. You haven't got any job apart from
Oh
playing music
no. Yeah.
Because we met another band called Oak Joe, and they all got a job.
Oh, that's us. I finish. I'm a construction. I finish sheetrock, drywall for a living every day, from
So it's
in
some
the morning
kind of
till
holidays now.
Yeah, I mean that's what I do
exactly.
all week long, and then we play music on the weekends. And everybody
I don't know what I do.
busts their ass to put money back,
Me either.
and whatever money we're making, we're putting it back into the band to go record a new album, or to keep it.
Well, I work in a recording studio, and hopefully I'm going to get these assholes to come in and record our next album at my studio, because that would be a lot nicer and easier.
I mean, it's strictly
A lot less money.
this band's strictly for the music. You know, I mean, we all still have day jobs and all have families. I mean, we're all 30. You know, so we all have families and kids at home, and this is strictly for the music. Period. And granted, this kind of is a holiday. We get to tour Spain and hang out and drink.
Not
beers.
that it's easy.
It's not easy, but it's.
I don't think if anybody was playing music for money, they'd be playing music.
No, but
You know what I mean?
No.
Not.
It's like NBA
They
basketball.
might do it 20 years after they started, but they're not going to do it for a while and make any money. It's just the way it is. Unfortunately, the music business is
Shit.
shit
if you are
now,
making
and
money-
nobody buys albums and records. And you come over here and it's great because you got people that are coming out just like you guys, following us around, buying our music, buying our T-shirt. That's what keeps us wanting to play another show. Because we have so many shows where it's like, oh man, I don't want to do this, don't want to do it tonight. But then you get that one that keeps you playing the next 10 shitty ones. You get that one good one. So, but I think that's with everybody.
What about
I think that
shitty?
just
I don't
happens.
think you're meaning
I don't mean
Bad show,
bad. I
it's
just mean
wrong time and where you're you're tired. Hungover, tired.
You've been on the road for a long time and
People
you're
bitching at each
expecting
other.
something different, and when you get it, it's But then there's always that one show that makes up for everything, and you're just like, clean slate. Let's move on.
Like today, going to the brewery.
Yeah.
We need to plug our new friend.
Speaking of Dougal's, everybody check the beer out. It's amazing.
Available only in Spain.
from an Englishman,
From an Englishman.
married with a French woman.
Of course, right?
That makes for good beer.
How does that work?
You know what an English man and a French woman make?
This.
Good beer.
Delicious beer. That's what they make.
It smells good.
And good-looking kids, right? French women? No?
Well, I mean, I'm sure his daughter's pretty, but I'm not going to go too far on them. On
Edit.
that.
Let's not do that. Edit, cop, chop. Anyway, next question.
Do you plan to come back every year?
We'd love to.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it's going to depend on time, money, all these things.
How the rest of the tour goes.
How the rest of it goes, what we end up putting in our pockets when we get back. And I mean, obviously we can't come over here and tour again on the same album. So
Yeah.
we're going to have to, if we're going to come back, we're going to have to record something new. And
Yeah, sure.
we've got new stuff that we've
27.
worked on for, a little bit, but nothing. We haven't really had the time to just sit down and, I don't think people really understand when you're an independent band and you really don't have anybody doing anything for you. It takes everybody in the band's effort, and it took 6 months to get this all together just to come over here for 3 weeks.
Well, it's like, like Robert Plant said, time is swallowed by every move you make. And it's not that something always has to be put on the back burner because regardless, you know what I mean?
We tried to put this tour together.
That was fucking good. Did you
Yeah.
just pull that out of your ass?
You did.
That was good.
Cheers, buddy.
No weed either.
Man.
Sober
Anyway,
even,
so we
yeah.
tried to put this tour together a year ago, and just didn't have our album together. Nothing was really. They even already had a few shows booked for us, and we just couldn't couldn't
I
do
wasn't
it.
even in the
You
band
know.
at the point. I was
Yeah,
on
Josh
hiatus.
was on kind of a break. He was going through some stuff, and it was one of those things where it was just like we got so overwhelmed with all the work that was going to be involved that it was kind of like, hey, let's back up, let's get the album finished, let's make it the best we can, and let's do this, you know, when we have the right time. So,
Some of that is good.
but we're having a great time this tour. So,
Here, have some of that. It's good.
You're a southern band. What does mean for you the southern flag? Has it any meaning?
You mean
to
that?
use it or yeah, like
well,
Southern
mean,
music, the South will
yeah.
rise again.
it's just
nothing political?
for me. I mean, a lot of
Nothing
people,
racial, nothing political.
a lot of people think that it's racial, but for where we're from, it's not. I mean, you know, you've got college football teams, and you know, this, you know, Ole Miss running Rebels. You know, they've got the logo for it's just a, you know, when you see that sign, to me that means Southern rock and roll music.
Like the Black Rose said.
Yeah, it don't
It's
mean
our flag
anything
too,
bad.
so-
We've got friends that are black people. We, you
Yeah.
know, some of the best musicians we know. You know,
Chick
but
Berry.
I mean,
yeah,
all that
so-
is, there's nothing different from that than a Spanish flag.
Yeah.
You know where we're from.
Yeah,
When
I
you
mean-
see a rebel flag, you know where I live. You know where I'm from. You know
Yeah,
my
it's the
personality.
South.
You know.
It ain't
It's the way we
nothing.
are.
It is kind of funny though how the old rebel flag there's no problems with people flying that, but like college and colleges too. But then like say college, if they have anything to do with like the Indians,
Oh, yeah.
ASU Indians, anything to do
You
with
can't have anything
Indians,
Native American. You know, they'll freak out over that.
They're
but-
offended by it, but no one is offended by the rebel flag yet. Anyway,
No, they might be, but
not yet. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's some folks.
it's not really a way to get around that.
Well, you're either black or white, and it doesn't make a shit to us whether you're black, white, red, green, whatever.
Isn't that
True.
Michael Jackson song?
Yeah. I'm not going to pay him any royalties for that statement.
Speaking of, we're the worst people to do interviews with after a brewery tour.
Or period, maybe.
Yeah,
We get lighter too? God.
Thanks,
what else you
guys.
got? Are we done?
I think so.
Are we?
Yeah, a small interview.
Cool, man. I appreciate it.
Maybe
No, go
a
ahead,
more
man.
questions.
got one
We
more.
don't know. It's gonna be in French. Very interesting.
Oh, Lord.
Zach
Oh,
speaks
gosh.
excellent French.
Parlez-vous français?
Oui,
Un
monsieur.
petit peu.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
A little bit. If you have to live on a desert island for the rest of your life,
Oh, we know where
just
this is
take
going.
five albums.
Shit, really?
Man,
No.
that's golly.
Just five.
Okay.
Each of us pick one?
First one.
I got mine already.
Oh,
I got
God.
Ready?
mine.
You won't.
Dark Side of the Moon, because that's what puts me to sleep at night. I can listen to that, and by the time the album's over, it's relaxed and out. Dark Side of the Moon has to be it. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
Easy for me. Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti. No questions. Because it spans so long in their career of things that were recorded earlier that were cool, things that were recorded specifically for that album, and well, hell, it's a 2-disc thing too.
But now that I'm thinking, see, I could come up with more.
Yeah.
Hurry
see,
up.
Now we're screwed. You better do it now.
Can I be a dick?
No, it's one.
I'm taking a Southern Offering.
Are you?
Plug.
Plug.
Good answer, though. Good answer.
Well, your teeth aren't purple yet, so you're doing good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Southern Rock and Roll.
Rock and roll, bar
Rock and roll.
amps, man.
That's how we
Reason
do it.
amps.
Have a great show.
Thank you, guys.
Y'all gonna be here, right, all night?
Pleasure.
Oh,
Thanks, Philippe.
Thanks. Thanks.
Always.